All right, everybody, it is Scott Wardwell and Ian Johnson, and today we got kind of a treat dropped on us. Aaron Gordon ended up dropping a diss track on Dwayne Wade in retaliation for giving him a 9 out of 10 at the dunk contest this year, causing him to lose the contest. Neither of us have watched this video yet, so we're going to be coming into it for our first time. We're going to break it down, react to it, and give it a rating at the end. Personally, I think I'm going to be giving this thing a 9 out of 10. That's my early prediction, so we'll see what happens with that.
Before you press play, though, just first thing I'm noticing, is that a Wade, Dwayne Wade bottle of wine right there?
I believe that is. That's an interesting start here. That's pretty savage.
That's a troll. All right, let's see. Let's start it out.
All right, let's do this thing. Very bougie of Aaron Gordon right here. Very bougie of him.
9 out of 10, I'ma keep his end. 9 out of 10, can you please fix your lens? 9 out of 10,
use so much auto-tune, bro.
9 out of 10, here we go again. 9 out of 10, could've bought the fam a Benz. 9 out of 10, are you making amends? 9 out of 10, probably lost an M.
That shit ain't nothing, man. Let it sink in.
Okay, so it sounds like we're going to get into a first verse right here. So let's go ahead and break down that chorus real quick. So, very unsurprisingly and very characteristically of most athlete rappers, the chorus is very generic. It's mostly him saying 9 out of 10. Reminds me a lot of Whole Lot of Money by A.B.
Yeah, very similar. Just kind of repeating himself. You can tell he has the money and the finance behind it to use the auto-tune. The visuals look decent.
Yeah.
I mean, like...
Yeah, the visuals good.
So it's not a bad looking piece so far, but I mean, he's only said a collection of like 4 or 5 words,
So we don't yet have like a direct Dwayne Wade diss, but we do have, I believe he said you got to fix your lens, and he could have bought the fam a Benz, referring to the money that he would have won and gotten from the dunk contest. So obviously, I think the root of this is he's mostly salty about the money, is what it sounds like from that chorus.
Yeah,
so,
I think the first one when he lost to Levine was more personal, and then now he just kind of feels fed. Yeah. Well, let's hear the rest. Let's see what he has to say.
Yeah, let's get into this first verse, which is what I think this next part is going to be.
Used to hoop in your Converse so comfortably. Knew one day I'd be good and you'd come for me. Didn't know it would make me this hungry. Looking at your judgment and everyone's wondering. Brought the heat to Windy City, did you see the damn coat? Saw you in the hallway, you say young and put on a show. Didn't know that's the code, but you're about to get rolled. Even Adam Silver told me I deserve the gold. Didn't get the trophy, but I got something to hold. These forgive me, bro, I won't sell my soul. Big chillin', paint me as a villain. I jumped over the biggest dude in the building. God willing, the best and I still am. Your judgment gives me no fulfillment. I see you, young OG, I thought you saw the same in me. Legend in my city, promise I'ma make you believe. 6 years in the league, just wetting my feet. Them Miami boys is cool, I'm still checking the heat. I appreciate the text and you checking for me. Dreams of a dunk trophy, resting in peace. Reverend Jackson said that's some bullshit. Lights, camera, action, you're the culprit. Queen Latifah said we do it for the fans. Showed these scars and she said she understands. Still trying to jump Shaq for the last one. Been cool since Uncle Drew, so bygones we get past them. Let me set the record straight, perfects I got 8. That'll ring bells all the way to heaven's gates.
Okay, so that is our first verse there. I think that concludes it. That one got a lot more personal. We went away from just looking at the money that he lost to more some direct shout-outs at Dwayne Wade.
Yeah.
First line that really stuck out to me was something about he saw him in the hallway. He told him, go put on a show.
And then is that your code? So, is that your code for you're about to get roped?
Yeah, okay. So, I mean, honestly, the bars in that verse were not bad.
No.
Like, as far as athlete rap verses go, I think that's about as good as you can ask for.
Yeah.
Another line that I really liked was, I jumped over the biggest dude in the building. That's pretty hard. I'll give it to him.
Yeah. I mean, everything that went down with that, I don't know. We've heard so many rumors about it was supposed to be other guys, and then it was like, nah, just jump over Taco. And I don't even know the true story, but the fact that he did jump over a guy who's that tall was pretty cool, and then he found a way to make a nice sounding bar out of it in his song. It was pretty impressive.
All right. What's the next best bar in that verse to you?
Okay. Can you rewind just like a little bit? Maybe like 30 seconds, and hold on. Yeah. Play it back.
Oh, YouTube is not letting me rewind here, so we might have to call it a no-go on that one.
Okay.
But I mean, overall,
I was trying to think
not bad. I'm kind of impressed with Aaron Gordon here. Like, I didn't really expect this to be good at all, especially after hearing that opening chorus. But one thing that did stand out to me is he did shout out assuming the dynasty heat, the LeBron, D. Wade, Chris Bosh heat, said that he still has respect for him. So it doesn't look like this is an all-out attack on Dwayne Wade, but it seems to be more of a personal grudge for him just saying that he supports Aaron Gordon, saying that he wants him to go put on a show, and then he does him dirty with the 9 out of 10 score. Now, if we want to go into like the whole motives for this track, I don't really like it personally.
No.
I mean, I think
it's just a product of the quarantine and having too much time on your hands.
Like at the end of the day, it's a dunk contest.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, exactly. And there's bigger and better things Aaron Gordon needs to worry about. I mean, the Magic aren't exactly a high excelling franchise, and he's an okay player, but there's definitely areas of improvement in his game. And so, I mean, for him being known for now losing the dunk contest and this diss track going after a favored legend in Dwayne Wade, I mean, the perception will be whatever it is, but it's just a small stain of him holding on to something that in the grand scheme of an NBA career doesn't mean a whole lot.
Okay, so one bar that I really have a problem with, I got the lyrics pulled up now so I can kind of get a little bit of a better picture for what was actually going on in this song. But one of the bars was, "Your judgment gives me no fulfillment." Now, if his judgment gives you no fulfillment, why do you feel the need to make a diss track about it? I mean, obviously you care.
That's a really, really good point.
I mean, like I said, for an athlete rap verse, this isn't that bad. Like, his lyrics aren't bad per se, but just a lot of his points don't really add up, and I don't really like the motives for this diss track at all. Another good line is, "Been cool since Uncle Drew, so bygones we get past them." I mean, he does a couple little basketball references like that, still trying to jump Shaq for the last one. Let me set the record straight. Perfects, I got 8, referring to the 10 out of 10 dunk scores that he's had in his career. I mean, let's get this straight. Aaron Gordon is probably the best dunk contest dunker in the league. He can ball out. There's no question about it, but you don't need to make a diss track about one of the judges because you lost it by a point. Like, the dunk contest has been over for a while now. You say, let's be bygones, be bygones. So I don't understand why you have to put this track out at all. Let's finish the last 30 seconds or so of this song.
I pulled up the lyrics too, and this is the one I was trying to refer to. I thought it was interesting. He referenced the commissioner, Adam Silver, saying that he deserved the gold, and then also didn't get the trophy, but I got something to hold these nuts. And I mean...
And he bleeped that out, which was interesting because there has been flack in the past for NBA players cursing in their songs.
Yeah, so he bleeped all his stuff out, especially when the Reverend Jackson said that was some bullshit. He bleeped that one out as well. So I mean, in that aspect, he's trying to keep it clean, but still, I mean, just let it rest. Just let it rest.
Yeah, I don't like the motives for this track at all, but if you're going to rate it as a song and as a diss track, it's really not that bad. Let's go finish the last 30 seconds or so of this thing.
This ain't right, man. This ain't right.
I don't know if we're going to get any more music here. Okay, we got a basic dunk.
Let it sink in.
All right, okay.
He got another track? He's got another track? Wow, I didn't know.
Oh my gosh, he does. I didn't really know Aaron Gordon made music.
I didn't know he did either.
I thought this was just kind of a one-off thing. Maybe we'll do a reaction to that sometime. But all right, let's go ahead and rate this thing out of 10. I'm not gonna give it the 9 out of 10 that I thought I was gonna give it at first.
That's fair.
Let's see. I want to give it a little bit of a caveat, considering that it is an NBA player and not like a rapper first doing this. Like if this was like a DaBaby track, or a prominent rapper that you would expect something to be good out of,
it would
probably be like a 3 out of 10.
Yeah, this is in my ballpark, kind of like a 6.5. I think.
I'm in the same neighborhood. I think I'm gonna give this thing a 6 out of 10.
Yeah, I think like you said, for an NBA player who's sitting at home in quarantine is like, I'll make a diss track. Like we talked about, motive don't really agree with, but for what he's just trying to do is get some bars off on D Wade because he feels upset. The point was felt across. He had some creative lines and lyrics, and we'll give him a 6 out of 10 for that.
And I've got to say, the visual was killer. Whoever did that, I can't see credits right here, but like whoever made this visual actually did a pretty good job. They do a good job of just making him look like he's kind of sitting back, relaxing, reminiscing on what could have been. The wine thing with D Wade's wine brand, that's pretty hard. Yeah, I got to give it to him on the visual.
That is kind of a flex, and it's definitely just like adding to the tension. I guess. So, and I saw this earlier. I hadn't looked at the full track yet, but I had saw like snippets of it came out. And I heard Wade's response. He was quoted saying he should trademark 9 out of 10, make some money off it. That's free advice that I won't charge for him. Since I cost him $1 million. And then he said that D Wade sellers looked fire emoji. So he shouted out the wine and he shouted out him making, so D Wade's playing along with it. I think it's all friendly love in the long run, and this'll die over pretty soon.
Yeah, it'll die over pretty soon. In the long run, this thing probably won't be remembered too much. But hey, we've got an obligation to break any NBA music that comes out down, because that's just what we do here on SemiPro.
You're right.
If you liked what you heard here, go ahead and tune in to our podcast. Our first episode is going to be dropping tomorrow. You can find us on Apple Podcasts or on Spotify or wherever you get your shows at Uncensored. Uncensored by SemiPro. It's going to be a really fun weekly show. We're going to do all kinds of sports, pop culture, debate. Thanks for tuning in, and we will see you guys soon.
Thank you guys. Have a good one.